What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about this. Mortgage rates are higher than ever.
As mortgage rates soared.
With interest rates up, the
6% mortgage rates were accepted as the new normal.
What's happening in the housing market right now is just frustrating.
I think now we're in an environment where 7% mortgage rates are now the new normal.
mortgage rates are shooting higher.
Now the average rate on the 30-year fix jumped 14 basis points today to 7.22%.
Mortgage rates are higher than ever. And for a first-time home buyer, it can seem incredibly scary. But I'm going to tell you why biting the bullet and purchasing a home when you get a chance is necessary for your future financial success. As you've probably heard, in the past, 70s, 80s, interest rates sometimes got as high as 12%. Now, it looks like the interest rates are around 7.5%, putting you at, if you bought a $400,000 house, you would be paying upwards of $1 million at 7.5% for a 30-year fixed-rate mortgage. And I know that sounds incredible, and you're probably thinking, why would I buy a house? Well, let's talk about two very important things. First of all, if you're renting, where's that money going? Nowhere. You're just stuck in an endless pit of renting. That money is gone, getting you nowhere, building you no equity, and very little credit, adding to your credit score. Second of all, investing in something is incredibly important. Building equity is incredibly important. If you're a first-time home buyer, and if you checked out my last video, how to build your real estate empire, you'd know that buying a multifamily would probably be the best case. When you buy a home, you're not just spending money. You're building equity, you're building your credit score, you're building your financial future. So we're going to look at two options here of somebody who bought a house, a multifamily, and somebody who didn't buy a house and is renting. Now, here are the two options. Aaron is age 25, and they're both from Providence, Rhode Island, and Larry is 25 as well. They both work at a restaurant, and they make around $50,000 a year after taxes. Let's just say they're really good waiters or waitresses. Now, Aaron bought a multifamily for $360,000, which are readily available in Providence, Rhode Island. Okay? And Larry, it's simple. His case is that he rents for $1,500 a month, has a typical grocery list, has to pay utilities, which will put him close to $2,000 to $2,100 a month, depending on what he likes to eat and how much electricity he uses, and then Wi-Fi cable, whatever he has. So Aaron would have a $2,509 mortgage, $477 a month for property tax, $6 a month for a water bill, approximately $100 a month for electric bill. Could range from $100 to $125 a month. $70, let's say, Wi-Fi, and another $500 in various expenses, which would put them at $3,662 a month for total living expenses. Let's say, they might have a car as well, but that's in a different problem. So now you're thinking, all right, what was the size of this house? Well, there were 2 units, both 1,000 square feet, 5 rooms in each unit, 2-bed, 1-bath apartment. Now, believe it or not, rentals are so expensive right now that you could get upwards of $2,200 a month in rent for one of these units. I ran my comps, I looked at comps in Providence, and that's what they're getting. Insane. So let's say on the lower end, you get $2,000 a month. That brings your total expenses down, okay, to buy a house to $1,662 a month. Sounds pretty good, right? Something else I didn't mention is your heating bill. If it's oil, usually that will run you around $1,400 a winter. So you could do the math and add that up. But you're still getting over $2,000 off your mortgage a month. This gives you better chances to reinvest your money in other aspects, or just gives you the financial ability to purchase a house and start building that equity. For any first-time home buyer, I would also look out for grants that are being shelled out, I guess, by the state you live in. For example, in Rhode Island right now, there is a $17,500 first-time home buyers grant that is instantly forgiven. You can use for your down payment on a house, and at a 2.5% to 5% down payment, obviously your mortgage would be covered, if not fully covered, in a $300,000 to $350,000 house like we used in the example. So there's always a way if you really want, and that's a big thing here, want to buy a house. I would argue that some people need to buy a house, but if you want to buy a house, there's always a way. There's always a way to figure it out and make it happen. I hope this video helps people who are maybe exploring purchasing a house, and it's scary. Personally, I haven't bought a house yet. I'm 22. Hopefully, within the next year or two, I can get to the point where I want to buy a house. But if you're in your late 20s, you probably should buy a house. You're wasting important years. You hear every single online entrepreneur like Dave Ramsey talk about buying a house as soon as you can and building equity. So guys, hopefully you learned something. I certainly learned something making this video, and I'm going to apply it to my life in the future. So thanks guys, and I'll catch you in the next one.